Hi everybody, welcome back to this lecture on understanding social marketing. The objective today is to provide you with the background and tools needed to complete the project and seminar work that you'll be facing in the coming weeks. What we're going to do now is just give you a brief insight into social marketing, starting off with its definition, touching a little bit on the history, looking at the categories and types of social marketing, and then ending on looking at the benchmark criteria. Like most subjects, concepts, constructs, etc. in academia, you'll find a plethora of options when it comes to the definition of social marketing. There's no time to go through them all now, but you'll find a representative example of the range of definitions that have been created for social marketing on our blog and on the Blackboard site. I've chosen today to focus on Alan Andreassen's definition, as he is one of the many important scholars in this field. I would encourage you to read the two journal articles of his on the recommended reading list. So the definition then: social marketing is the adaptation of commercial marketing technologies to programs designed to influence the behavior of target audiences to improve their personal welfare and that of society for which they are a part. As a caveat to this, I would also like to add that marketing organizations should not directly benefit from the process. It's about getting individuals to change behavior and not purchase a product or service. This should become clearer in the next slide. Here's a question for you. Which of the following are social marketing campaigns? Now click on pause if you'd like to consider the question, because I'm just about to give you the answer. Well, the answer is 2 and 3. Let's look at why. In the first one, Weight Watchers are charging individuals for a service designed to help them eat better and healthier. The key point is the individuals involved are being charged. So this is a commercial marketing activity. Now in 2, the NHS have commissioned Weight Watchers to do exactly the same. The big difference here is these individuals aren't being targeted to pay for the service. They're getting it for free. And that's why this is a social marketing campaign. I just want to highlight that even though it is a social marketing campaign, there will be some sort of business going on, but not between the targeted individuals. In number 3, Tesco's are sponsoring cancer research for their Race for Life. In this example, there is no real behavior change required. This is classed as a CSR campaign, a corporate social responsibility campaign. If Tesco had produced a campaign that encouraged individuals to exercise more by running, then it would fall into a social marketing arena. But as it stands, it wasn't. It's just a CSR campaign. The final one, the introduction of the new UK pension scheme, is designed to help individuals save for their retirement. And it is a social marketing campaign because the government are trying to get individuals to change their saving behaviours by getting them to put aside more or some of their well-earned cash for their retirement. Now, a little bit about the social marketing history. It started way back in the 50s when Viber asked, why can't you sell brotherhood and rational thinking like you sell soap? Back in those days, the focus was on promotion. It took nearly 2 decades before scholars like Kotler and Levy and Kotler and Zapman expanded his thoughts from being just this promotional process to a more structured and strategic framework. There are, of course, many others now, including Andreassen, Ross, Hastings, French, Weimer, Luca and Suggs. I would encourage you to review some of their works, which is listed in the reading list. Social marketing is made up of 4 categories. The first being health. Examples could be eat 5 pieces of fruit or veg per day, stop smoking, or exercise more. The second, environment, and examples could be things like saving energy, i.e. switching off the light when leaving a room, protecting wildlife by growing specific plants in your garden, or even recycling waste. The third, social, have examples which include campaigns designed to encourage teenagers to move away from the gang culture that blights many of our cities. It could be a program designed to integrate multicultural communities to live more harmoniously, or even to stop racist chants that are quite common at our football matches. The fourth, health and safety. Examples include using seatbelts in cars, not speeding when driving, or using mobile phones whilst driving. These social marketing categories can take place locally, nationally, or even globally. They all have slightly different problems associated with them. Even the 4 categories I've highlighted will be slightly different in terms of strategies and tactics. As an example, when you look at the health and safety element, most require legislation to enforce them. In addition to the 4 categories I've highlighted, there are also different types of social marketing. The 3 core ones are micro, focusing on the individual, which is what we're really doing today; macro social marketing, which is developed upstream by governments; and finally critical social marketing, which is a review of commercial marketing on social issues. Now, as I said, the rest of this presentation will focus on the micro element, so I won't go through the details now. I just want to quickly explain what macro and critical social marketing are. Macro social marketing is where the government gets involved and usually introduces some form of statute. A good example is the introduction of seatbelts to cars. This was done in the late 60s and early 70s. However, the social marketing campaign to get individuals to use it had limited success, so they introduced legislation requiring drivers and passengers to use them. Now, critical social marketing focuses specifically on changing behaviours of organisations and government. The 2 high-profile critical social marketing bodies that you will have heard of are ASH, Action on Smoking and Health, and Greenpeace. They tend to use lobbying techniques that sometimes become quite extreme to bring to the attention to the public the issues that they are raising. ASH have been very successful in changing the smoking habits of the nation by getting government to change legislation. In terms of Greenpeace, there are no doubt many examples that you will remember from the news in their attempts to save the planet.